What's going on, guys? I just got back from the year 10,000 BC to bring you my review of Far Cry Primal. Is it worth the trip back in time, or should you skip this one? If you enjoy the review, please hit the like button and subscribe. But now let's see if this game is worth the trip back to 10,000 BC.
Andiamo, forza! No, ma devi stare. Puedo matarti a disparo.
Si è volatilizzato. Me ne vado.
Ecce che togli peccata mondo.
عارف راح كل جبانها
ليس مهما كما ظننت ساسا.
صدقني الله.
So as you probably already know, Far Cry Primal takes the franchise into an entirely new age of man. It's a bold choice for Ubisoft, and I hope to see other franchises try something like this. However, the game will feel very familiar to Far Cry veterans. After a mammoth hunt goes horribly wrong, you end up in a new region where you have the opportunity to start your tribe again. The remnants of your tribe in this area are scattered due to rival tribes wiping out your camp. You're the chosen one who must rebuild this tribe and become the Beastmaster. It's a pretty basic story that doesn't bring many surprises. Serviceable is a word that comes to mind. The biggest change to gameplay is not having any guns. You have a club, a bow, and a spear to survive. This makes it much harder to do that. There's a heavy emphasis on melee combat in this game, with some ranged coming from the bow and spear. Like in Far Cry 3 and 4, the bow feels good and is a serviceable item for taking out enemies quickly and quietly. Unfortunately, the melee combat isn't up to par. There's no real strategy to it. You swing until the person dies. You have the option to hold down the attack button for a heavy swing, and you do more damage when you hit near the head, but that's about it. The combat feels clumsy and mindless, which I guess may be historically accurate. However, it's not that much fun to play with for the 20 plus hours you'll spend with this game. The spears are similar to arrows, but don't quite have the same range, but pack a little bit more of a punch damage-wise. And because you don't have guns, hunting is much harder now. You will be killed and mauled by animals frequently, and there's almost nothing you can do in some instances until you get some upgrades. When a bear or saber-toothed tiger gets the jump on you, there's pretty much no escape. As you're running through areas, you'll hear the growl of a tiger or a leopard, and you'll start saying a silent prayer to yourself, just hoping you won't be attacked and killed and have to go back to your previous start point. Now, I did say you are to become the Beast Master. You can tame these animals and use them to fight for you. Once tamed, you can have your beast take out enemies or even other animals. You can even mount certain animals and ride them into enemy camps, destroying everything in your path. You also have an owl that can scout areas for you and mark enemies. Eventually, you can also have it attack enemies and drop bee-bombs and explosives to thin out some enemy forces. As you complete missions and side missions, you'll unlock new side characters that unlock more skills for you. And you also have the ability to upgrade your camp, which you need to do, and this leads to more abilities and gear being unlocked for you throughout the game. Everything else is just pretty much the same as Far Cry 3 and 4. There are outposts you have to kill enemies and liberate, which will unlock fast travel locations, hundreds of collectibles all over the map for you to discover, and the same leveling and crafting system to improve your character and gear. It all feels so familiar, and that is the game's biggest problem. I wish they would have tried to change up the formula a little more instead of just copying and pasting everything from the Far Cry franchise. This would have been the perfect time to introduce some new gameplay mechanics instead of playing it safe. And without the variety of weapons, combat becomes stale. In the end, your decision of Far Cry should come down to how familiar you are with the franchise. If you couldn't get enough of taking down outposts and scouring the map for collectibles, then this game is worth full price. However, if you grew tired of the Far Cry formula by the end of 4, then I'd recommend waiting for this to go on sale or just renting it. I really wanted to love this game, but it didn't do enough to feel like a new game to me. So what do you guys think of Far Cry Primal? Is it everything you were hoping for, or a little bit of a letdown? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and subscribe for more gameplay, live streams, and reviews. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
Usashwara Hasaris. Afi. Yasushulhain Purbana. Usapaja. Usapaja.